Hey everybody, welcome to Stitching with Paprika. Thank you for joining me on this fine day. Today we are doing a yarn comparison. We are going to compare Premier Bloom Chunky with the Hayfield Baby Blossom Chunky. Now I found, oh excuse me. Oh, sorry. Okay. I found this at Michigan Fine Yarns. And when I saw it, I was actually searching for a different kind of yarn, but I just gotta look at what they have. So I found this, and it caught my eye because I was literally at the exact same time working with the Premier Bloom Chunky. So when I saw it, I thought, well, I wonder how this compares to the Premier Bloom. I was very curious about it. I couldn't wait to see if it's as squishy, if it's as soft, if the flowers. This is like the big thing. Like if the flowers look anywhere near the same. So I got it so I could work it up and see what it looks like, how it compares, which one I prefer, which it's going to be hard to beat the Premier. It's going to be real hard to beat the Premier, so we'll see. But I'm going to go over everything with you on these. Again, this is the Premier Bloom Chunky. This one is 109 yards, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 100% acrylic. It's a number 5, bulky. This recommends to use a USL or an 8mm hook. This is the color Bluebell. This one, like I said, it's the Hayfield Baby Blossom Chunky. This is actually not 100% acrylic. This is 70% acrylic, 30% nylon. 170 yards. So this one has more yarn on it. It's 100 grams. And you know, this actually, let me double check, because I don't think anywhere on here. Okay, no, nowhere on here does it actually have a weight on here, like it doesn't say it's a 5 weight or a 4 weight or none of that. What it does say that it requires a USAK or 6.5mm hook, but nowhere on here, like you see with the Premier yarns, it says number 5 bulky right there, but it doesn't say anything like that on this. It does not mention the weight anywhere. Nowhere. Oh, this says made for Hayfield under license in Turkey. And we all know Premier Yarns is made in Turkey. Yeah. So let's get started. Now I don't have a table or a desk or anything that I can work on, but that's okay, because I'm just gonna sit here and crochet and talk about the yarn. Now I already know. The hook I'm using a K. Even though this calls for an L, the Premier Bloom Chunky, when I was making my bags out of this, that I mentioned it in a previous video. When I was making my bags out of this for my girls for Christmas time, my female family members, I used this hook, the K hook, 6.5mm. This is my furrows hook. I used this hook. So you could use an L if you wanted looser stitches, but because I was making a bag and I wanted it to be kind of sturdy, I used a smaller hook. So I wanted tighter stitches, you know. So we are using a K. I already know that I love this yarn, but I'm gonna work it up, even though I already know what it feels like, even though I already know how it works up. I want to have a side-by-side of the two so that I can literally just work them up and lay them down side by side and feel them next to each other. And yeah, so like I said, the Premier Bloom is soft. It's not splitty at all. It's real easy to work with. I love it. I can hear my husband's phone through the vent in the ceiling. Don't know how that's happening. Oh, but yeah, I do. I love this yarn. I want to buy some more of it because I have Bloom DK in there. I have lots of the Premier Bloom DK. But like I have said before on this channel, I love chunky yarn. I love chunky yarn. And I almost used all of my Bloom Chunky up because what I was doing was, look, after I made the bags, I had all of these like half-used skeins like this one. And so I decided I was going to make myself a big bag slash basket out of all of the half-used skeins. So it was going to be like my flower garden basket. It was going to be all different flowers, like my flower garden, you know. So, but I haven't finished it yet. I'm working on it. It's over there waiting for me to get done with it. But you know, new stuff just keeps coming up that I want to make, and my daughter Adora, she keeps on asking me for stuff. And oh, speaking of Adora, we have a spice name for her. That will probably be in a video next week, because I already have these videos, this week's videos, all planned out. So I will do a little naming ceremony for her next week, and I will give her her spice name. Because for those of you who don't know, which I'm sure all of you do by now, my sister, Cinnamon Stitches, her subscribers, now some of my subscribers too, have dubbed me Paprika. And then when I got pregnant with Adeline, everybody named her Ginger, which is actually perfect for her because she has red hair. Don't ask me where she got the red hair from. Nobody knows. I don't know. I don't have red hair. My husband doesn't have red hair. I mean, we have like my my mom had red hair in her family. Like, people have reddish colored hair, and like not even really red, just like, I guess, red highlights in their hair, you know? Yeah. Like, some people have, like, I'm trying to do a single crochet here. And my brain keeps on telling me, you don't want to do a single crochet, you want to do a half double. Well, I already did a row of half doubles. My brain just does not want to do singles. Which, I mean, honestly, I don't really like doing singles. They're too... for me, it takes too long to work on a project using singles. Because they're not a very tall stitch. My favorite... Well, I like half doubles. I like to use half doubles in place of singles. Unless I'm doing something with, like, this yarn where when you get to the flowers, you have to do singles, because otherwise it won't turn out right. It'll still be beautiful, but you won't really get a clear picture of the flowers. So, okay, come on, where are the flowers at? Oh, I think I see them coming. I think I see them. Let's do some more doubles to see if we can use up some of this yarn to get to the flowers faster. Adeline's latest thing. She likes to scream about everything. She just yells. There she goes. About everything. I think part of it is before she really had a voice, Adora wasn't the nicest big sister. She's still having a hard time sharing with her sister, which is to be expected. Kids don't come out just knowing how to share everything all of a sudden. Especially when you're an only child for some years, and then all of a sudden you have a new little person you have to share with. Like, so I get it. I'm not faulting Adora for it. All kids go through it. But for the longest time, Adeline didn't have a voice. I mean, she did, but she... Please don't throw up. I heard you hacking. Don't throw up, please. For the longest time, she couldn't talk. She could still barely talk. You know, she's... let me say it this way. This child, she's stubborn. She can talk. One day, she told me, I want to take a bath. I looked at her, I said, you want to take a bath? She said, yeah, I want to take a bath. Okay, so I gave her a bath. She can speak. Apparently she can speak in sentences. She just refuses to. She is just the most stubborn baby. But so now she's finding her voice, and she's using it to scream whenever Adora has. And for the longest time, I was having to yell at Adora because she was taking things away from Adeline. But now that Adeline's found her voice, now she is taking things away from Adora, and she is screaming at the top of her lungs while she's doing it. Which is driving me crazy. Because now I have to try to teach Adeline that, yes, I was taking toys away from Adora for you because she was taking them away from you, but now you can't just take toys away from her. Like, you can't. Two rights don't make a wrong, child. Come on. Share. And she is having the hardest time sharing. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to have anything to do with sharing. Everything is hers. And so her and her sister have been fighting a lot lately. And whereas before, I was coming down a little bit harder on Adora because Adora was being the troublemaker. Now I'm having to come down on Adeline to teach her. And it makes Adora so happy because now she's not the one getting in trouble. Adeline is. So now she laughs about it. And which I understand. I get it. I was there. When I was little, I laughed when my sisters got in trouble instead of me. I get it. I've been there. I know. But as the mother, my Lord. And I have told Adora several times, if we cannot, as a mommy and 2 daughters, if we cannot all figure out how to share, then whatever toy they're fighting, that whatever toy they're fighting, it's just going to get taken away. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't care. It's going to get taken away. So, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know. Hopefully, the weather warms up sooner so I can just get them. Hopefully, the weather warms up soon so I can just take them outside, take them to the park, let them run around, let them get all their energy out, let them focus on something other than fighting with each other. Because, I don't know what I'm going to do. These girls are just driving me absolutely bonkers. Come on, where? I thought I saw the flowers coming. Where are these darn flowers? Okay, guys, I'm switching out to a different yarn because I thought I saw the flowers coming in the blue yarn, but they're not coming for quite a while. So, I'm switching to a different yarn. The different one I am switching to is called Hydrangea, I believe. Oh, no, Wildflower. Okay. That's the one I'm switching to. I paused the video and I'm looking for the flowers in that one. I thought I saw them, but yeah, they're not coming anytime soon. So switching yarn. So how, I need to know, how did you guys deal with your girls fighting? Well, girls, like everybody's got girls, with your kids fighting. Like, I don't know. I'm not asking for tips on how to parent. I'm just, because I know we all do the timeout, we do separating the girls and separating the kids. You know, there's always all those tips and tricks, but like, I want to know, like, how you deal with it personally. Like, I don't think I'm saying it right. How do you deal with the stress of your kids fighting all the time? These are moments where I wish I had my mom here to talk with me, because even though I know I have my sister with me and I talk to her about all other kinds of stuff, and I would talk to her about this too, it's slightly different for me because she had Juju and Little Man further apart than I have mine. So it's a little bit of a different situation, but yeah, for those of you who had your kids closer together, like, how do you handle the stress of that? Because it's driving me absolutely crazy. It really is. I'm gonna do singles here. It is driving me absolutely crazy. Like, I feel like I just hear yelling all day long from one child or another, and then it gets to a point to where I just start yelling, and then I have a headache because of all of the yelling, and It's driving me crazy. And then my husband gets home from work, and like the second he steps in the door, I leave. Like oh, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom now, or I have to go take a shower, or I have to go upstairs for a minute. Like I have to leave the room for a couple of minutes just so that I can breathe, because there are a lot of days where they're fighting and I just don't know what to do anymore. I really don't. And that's okay. I feel like nobody really knows what they're doing as parents. If there were a handbook for parenting, but there isn't. Because every kid is different. There can't possibly, here we go, flowers. Can't possibly be a handbook for painting. For parenting. For painting. Wow. For parenting. We're getting to the flowers. See, and I think that's one of the reasons why I like this yarn so much, is because recently my life's been kind of stressful. Just a little. And you know, with it being winter time, like I'm ready for some brightness. I'm ready for some flowers. I'm ready for happiness, for joy, for just all of the things. And this yarn like brightens up my days. It really does. Because it's like when you're listening to kids screaming all day, it's like, you can see some leaves there. Isn't that pretty? It's like a little sneak peek of happiness, of joy, in the midst of all the screaming. It really is. Or like in the dead of winter, you do this, and it's like a little pocket of a little sneak peek of spring, and it's just so pretty. Now this, I'm gonna grab my little basket that I have over there in a minute to show what it looks like in a longer swatch, because not swatch, the basket, it's not a swatch, in a longer pattern, because it does look slightly different when it's just one long row instead of a bunch of short rows. So I'll get to that as soon as I get done with this. What are you doing up there, Adeline? Now she's gonna get quiet on me. I'm gonna bring her in a video soon. But I gotta tell you, the laughter, the giggles, the happiness, the joy makes all of the rough days worth it. Her holding onto my shirt right here while she's falling asleep at night. The hugs, her laying her head on my shoulder, just ever so content just to fall asleep on me. My camera, my phone keeps on cutting out on me. I don't know what the deal is. Might have to delete some stuff off of here soon. But yeah. So, but all of the love from my girls, it makes it worth it. It really does. Okay, I'm gonna stop this right here and show you what this little swatch looks like. Because these flowers are beautiful. See, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Skittles' hair is still up my nose. Isn't that so pretty? I love that. I do. I love it. And we have quite a bit of flowers left to go on this one. So I'm going to stop this one right here. Pull this out a little bit. And then I'm going to start working up the other one. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here it is. Now this one, I can already tell you, before even working with it, this one is not as thick as the Bloom Chunky. It doesn't by any means feel like a 4-weight, but it does not feel like a 5-weight. Let me see. That is the Blossom and the Bloom. That is a lot thinner. But like I said, I wouldn't say I'd say it's a little bit thicker than a 4. But it's not quite as thick as a 5. And this video, just a forewarning, might be all pieced together because, yeah, this is a lot thinner. I'd probably go down a hook size with this. I'd probably use a J at most. I might even go down to an I with this. Hold on, let me get another hook. Okay, so this is what I did with my K hook. It's pretty loose. It's not anywhere near as tight as this. So I switched to a J hook. We're gonna see if that works any better. Yeah, this is better. Not really very fond of these hooks because the shaft is so short. I feel like I'm working with a baby hook. I got a knot. I got a little bit of a tangle. There we go. I need more room to work with on my hook. But it's all good. But the J does feel better. I left my favorite hooks upstairs with the baby blanket that I was working on. So I forgot to bring them down here. So we're just going to have to make do with what we got. Right now I'm just doing half doubles. This yarn, it is soft. It is very soft. It is gliding through my fingers. It is very silky smooth. And that's more than likely because of the nylon in it. So see, yeah, look. See how the bottom row is looser compared to the top row? See? Yeah, so let's get some doubles worked out. See if we can get to the flowers a little bit faster. And if I'm crocheting slow to you guys, it's because of my hook. It's because I don't have any room. And when I'm working with the furrows, or when I'm working with really just any hook that has, I have a knot, really any other hook that has a longer shaft, I crochet a lot faster. But when I feel like I don't have enough room on my hook to work, that's when I slow down a lot. Come on. There we go. Okay. Start cranking out some double crochets and see if we can get to the flowers, because that's the part I really want to see. So what have you guys been up to lately? We are around here. We're trying to get ready for Easter. Easter is, it's getting here 2 weeks, I think. And then Adora's birthday is the week after that. So we got a lot of stuff to get ready for around here. Thankfully, well, it's this week for you guys. My manager gave me, my boss gave me 4 days off this week. So that'll give me a little extra time to try to get stuff together. I still gotta buy presents for her. I have not bought her one birthday present. Not one. I know what I'm getting her. It's just, but I think it's just a matter of getting it. I think what we're gonna do though is on Saturday, I think what we're doing is, my husband wants to see if his mom can babysit, so we can go out and do shopping for Easter and for Adora's birthday. So I hope we can just get it all done in one day, because it's so hard to try to do any kind of shopping with the girls, because Adora, when we took her shopping today, I almost got into a fight at the grocery store, let me tell you. Adora, she's a good girl. She is a good child. But I mean, when she's in the store, she gets excited. She wants to look at everything. She wants to touch everything. She wants to say hi to everybody. Like, she gets excitable. And I have to keep reminding her, Adora, stay close to the cart. Adora, hold your daddy. My phone cut out again. I'm trying to explain to Adora, you know, there are a lot of nice people in this world. There really are. But there are also a lot of people in this world who don't care about anybody but themselves. And I put this in children's terms for her. But they will run her down without a second thought. And I'm trying to tell her, that's why I need you to stay close to me. I have accidentally ran this child over in the store. Like, I could not believe that when I saw that lady, and she was looking directly at Adora. Just going. And all we had done was I had stopped to get some carrots for her. There are people out there who will mow your children down without a care in the world. Oh, here come the flowers. Okay, let's see. Moment of truth. Let's see. What are you doing? You've never played with my yarn before. cat chewing on my yarn. You want me to make you something out of yarn? Make her a ball with some little strands of yarn attached to it so she can chew on them. I swear I think she just said, "Where'd you go?" Okay, so this doesn't have the green in it like the bloom does for the leaves. But it's pretty. It is still pretty. There's no green, which makes me kind of sad because I liked the little pops of green too. But it's okay. It's still pretty. I'm going to get a couple more rows in and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. And I can tell you right now, this video is going to be a hot mess because my camera keeps on cutting out on me. I'm probably going to have to delete some stuff off of here. Or load it onto my laptop. My husband calls Adora Buka. Don't know why. That's his nickname for her, Buka. So now Adeline, all day, she's been yelling, "Buka! Buka! Buka!" All day. She's just been yelling, "Buka!" I said, "Adora, she's calling you." She can say Adora too. She has said Adora. Just today, she wants to say Buka. So. This is coming out pretty. I guess I would probably consider this because I do have the bloom DK in there. And this J hook is just about perfect for this yarn. So I would say that this would be a pretty good worsted bloom yarn. Because I don't think Premier makes worsted. I think they just do the DK and the chunky. And I know they now do the bloom Chanel. So I would say that if you want to do a bloom yarn that is worsted weight, this would be, oh, we have green? Oh, we have green. Okay, let's keep on going and see what these leaves look like. Because I didn't think we were going to have green in here. I thought it was just going to be flowers. I'm kind of excited about this now. I mean, I was excited about it before, but I love to see the leaves in there with them too, you know. But I would say that this would be a good, if you really want to use the bloom, but you want it for a worsted, you want to do a worsted weight yarn, I would say that this is a good yarn. And my hook still, my brain is still telling me to do half double crochets. I don't know what that noise was up there. I was supposed to do so much cleaning today. So much. And I did nothing. I'm going to try to get some cleaning done though tonight before we go to bed. We got to get something done. Because Adora keeps on tripping over stuff because she won't pick up her toys. And I keep on telling her, because she's tripping over her toys or she is stepping on them. Like she's got a bunch of little figurines around the house, like Blue's Clues figures and Peppa Pig figures, and she keeps stepping on them and hurting herself. And I keep on telling her, pick your toys up. and we won't have this problem. You will not be stepping on your toys. You will not be tripping over your toys. I am not cleaning up your toys for you. And if you don't pick them up, they're going to go in the garbage. So, like when I'm sweeping my kitchen, because somehow their toys end up in my kitchen, when I'm sweeping my kitchen, I let Adora know right when I first start sweeping. You better get all of these toys out of my kitchen, or whatever I sweep up is going in the garbage. And she does. She comes in there and she picks them all up. Now she's just got to do that with the living room. Because I'm ready to throw all those toys away too. I gotta go through her toys anyways, because I don't think I've gone through her toys since she's been born to get rid of them. And I mean, now that I have Adeline, like, a lot of the younger toys can be given to Adeline, but she's got so many toys, and she's got a birthday coming, so seriously, I'm glad. I want to have a garage sale this summer. I really do. Hold on one second. Okay. So this is pretty. This is really pretty. This I would not call this a chunky yarn at all. This is a really pretty. I would say this is a good, my voice, my words, they're not coming out. I cannot speak today. This is a good worsted yarn. Like I said, it's a little bit thicker than a number 4, but compared to the Blossom or the Premier Bloom Chunky, it's pretty much a 4. And it is beautiful. I'm going to finish this row, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. And then we're going to look at both of them side by side. Let me just finish this one row. And now I will show you. This yarn is also really soft too. It is really soft. Oh, come on. Okay. That is very, you see how down here I wasn't sure if there was going to be any green. And even if there wouldn't have been any green, it still would have been pretty. But I really like it with the green in there too. It's got more, I want to say it looks like it has more green than the bloom. Let's look. See, now where you can see this is, you can tell this is a chunky yarn. And this is, you can tell this is just a lot thinner. But they're both so beautiful. Look at that. Now, if you were to just look at these, those look very similar. Very similar. Very. Though. Okay. We all know I love the bloom. I love its Premier. How can you not love it? This is a great yarn. This one, I would not call this a chunky at all. Where's my... I would not call this a chunky at all. I wouldn't. And you can see with this, like, it's thicker. It's, you know, it's harder to fold like that. But this one, it folds up on itself. You see, that's how thin it is. This is definitely closer to a number 4. I could probably go with, I don't think I'd go with an I hook for this. I think I would stick with a J. But let me see. Yeah, this is my I. Let me just, whoops. Let me just look, just so we know if an I would work and how it would work. Because the J seemed pretty good to me, but we're just going to see how it goes with the I. Or the 5.5 millimeter. So the 5.5 millimeter, the I hook, this one's good too. So yeah, because With most worsted weight yarns, they recommend an eye, a 5.5 millimeter hook. And this one, it works. So, like I was saying, for the excuse me, for the Premier Bloom Chunky, if you're doing, like for me, I wanted the tighter stitches. So even though that recommends an L hook, I used a K. Same with this. If you want that tighter look, this actually, yeah, if you want that tighter look, go with that I. You can totally use an I with this. I think I actually like the I better than I like the J. It just feels like, you know how when you're using a certain size hook with a certain yarn and it just feels like it goes together? That's how this feels. It feels like it just goes. I'm gonna do one more row with this I, 5.5 millimeter. I know a lot of people out there, they refer to their hooks and their number sizes. They're like 5.5 millimeter, 6.5 millimeter, whatever. I don't. I go by the letters. The only reason why I know what an I is, that an I is a 5.5 millimeter hook, is because it's my favorite hook. I's and J's. I would say my favorite size hook, and it's probably because of my love of chunky yarn, is anything from an I to an L. So, okay. Now, I started off very bottom of this with a size K. Then I went to a J. These last two rows are an I. So let's look. This is the K, way down here. See how loose that is? It's not bad. It's not bad if you want a drapier look. And then all of this is the J. And then this right up here, that's the I. These last two rows. So it's just slightly tighter. And I actually like the I better. J is fine, but I like the I the best. So, yeah, I would say definitely if you want, because I really don't think Premier Yarns makes a worsted weight bloom. So if you would like a worsted weight bloom, go for the Baby Blossom Chunky. Even though it's not a chunky yarn. It's not at all. Little, slightly thicker than a 4, but not enough to make any big difference. Hayfield, Baby Blossom Chunky. I highly recommend this yarn. I do. And I have another colorway over there. Let me grab it real quick just to refresh your memory. When this one. When I get some more money, I might have to go up there and up to Michigan Fine Yarns and get some more of this, because I really like this yarn. And for those of you who want to know, there aren't color names on these, but that's the information on the colors. Shade 0356. Yeah, and lot 2110 for this one. And this one is shade 0354, lot 1020. Coral pinky color. I really like this one. It's showing it a little bit darker than it is in real life, but it's not, that's pretty accurate. It's not too far off. It's got those deep darks, and then it's got those real light, bright pinks in there, and yeah, I like it. So yeah, I love this yarn. I really do. I love it. That is just, that is, that's real nice. It is just as soft. Just as soft. Yeah. Honestly, the only way I would be able to tell the difference between these two is because this is a thicker yarn. I can feel the thickness. If these were the same weight, I wouldn't be able to tell at all. That's the only difference. The thickness. So, yeah. I recommend it. Hayfield. Hayfield Baby Blossom Chunky. Definitely recommend. You know, some worsted weight bloom, go get this one. All right. Thank you for joining me today, guys. This was a lot of fun. I really liked this. I'm going to have to do more yarn comparisons in the future because that was a lot of fun. I really liked it. Yeah, we have another video coming up later on in the week. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be showing a couple other things I made. It's not going to be a real long video because it's just, I haven't finished that much. I finished my daughter's scarf and then I'm working on the baby blanket now. But, yeah, so I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.